All right, my name is Tyler Campbell, and I own Greenroom here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are an entertainment booking agency, and we book big headline entertainment for private events. So that could be corporate events, it could be large fundraising galas, things of that nature. And then we also book big artists for just high net worth individuals who want to have a celebrity perform at their wedding or anniversary event, whatever it might be. So those are kind of the three clients we work with. So when it comes to growing my business, I think in these early stages, my business is 5 years old or so, 4 or 5 years old. It's just been about grinding and outreach and bringing on more clients because I can take on the work. Like any new business, you're just looking for your first client, then your second, and then things get rolling. And now I'm kind of in the phase of really dialing in my systems and process for how I book these shows so that I can take on more work. I moved to Nashville in 2012, and I came here from Portland, Oregon, where I was born and raised, and I came to Nashville to play baseball at Vanderbilt. And so I played 4 years at Vandy. My first job out of college, I was working for another entertainment group and doing a lot of the same things I'm doing now. However, I knew ultimately I wanted to branch off and start my own company. And so once I knew just enough to kind of get going on my own, that's what I did. When I started my business, I spent probably 4 or 5 months kind of getting my ducks in a row, getting my LLC established and bank accounts and everything I needed, building a website and all kind of the bare bones of the business. And right when it was ready to launch was week 1 of COVID. I'm starting a live entertainment business the week that COVID starts. And so as you can imagine, I'm like, oh my God, is this gonna last a month? Is it gonna last 2 months? And then sure enough, it was more like 2 years. How can I pivot this to virtual entertainment? We did a lot of virtual keynote speakers. We did virtual comedy shows, which were kind of a nightmare. And so there was a lot of lessons learned during that first stretch. And I think realistically, it was a blessing because I probably wasn't ready to get launched into full bore entertainment, live entertainment world quite yet. And what I think is important for any entrepreneur, regardless of what type of industry or business you're in, is developing relationship skills. And you need to be able to present yourself as someone who is educated and trustworthy and good at what you do. Developing the skill of figuring out what people really want is important, because people spend years and years on startups and new businesses where they might have a good product, but they're not identifying the pain point. And so they're just running up against a wall over and over again thinking, man, my product's so great, why are people not buying it or using it? And so I think that's a huge piece. On a bigger picture, understanding what my goals are and kind of having a target for, once you reach this place, you will have made it with your business. I think for me, a lot of entrepreneurs, and rightfully so, their goal might be to build this amazing business and then in 10 years sell it, right? Or get a big check and, ride off into, some retirement community and have a boat and do whatever. And my business it's more a lifestyle for me in that it can provide a good lifestyle for me and my family. I have my first kid on the way, and so some of those thoughts for the first time are a little less selfish. Being an entrepreneur have affected me as a person is I got into this business thinking I'm super introverted. I don't want to do a lot of sales and outreach. I wasn't comfortable taking meetings with these big corporate groups, walking into these huge Fortune 500 corporate groups, going up to the 40th floor and taking meetings with 15 people. It was way out of my comfort zone. What I realized is that my motivation to build the business was strong enough to kind of snap me out of that. And now as I've run this business for years, I find myself being a lot more comfortable with those type of situations. And I think that comes through in my life outside of my business. Yeah, I think that for any entrepreneur, either just getting into business or who has been in business for a while, I think the important lesson that I learned time and time again is that 99% of what you're gonna do is gonna fail. Everything from your marketing, your genius marketing ideas that you have, in the middle of the night or when you're taking a shower, you go, oh, this is gonna be the one. And you launch a campaign and you go, oh man, that really did not land. Or outreach, when you're starting a business, a lot of it comes down to finding clients. And so you're sending cold emails, you're cold calling people, and that's just a game of failure. You have to be very resilient to be an entrepreneur because it's a lot of failure.